guys, how are you? I hope you're ready for a new video review at minideal.net, and this time today it's the Nubia Z7 Mini, which is actually a very interesting smartphone. Why? Because it has a 4G and it has a 4 inches IPS screen, Full HD, and the Snapdragon 801, so the same as the next Mi4 from Xiaomi. So let's open the box and see what's going on. So here, this is a packaging of Nubia for the people who don't know this brand so much. So on the back here we have some quick specifications. So you can see here Android 4.4. It's a lot of things. So we will get through it later in order to explain all what is going on in this phone. So if we open the box, here we have the smartphone itself. So we'll get back to it in a very short while. If we open the box, here we have different items. So basically you can see that this is it. So inside we have some usual guide, but this is all in Chinese, so if you have any trouble, just contact us and we'll get through it with you. So otherwise we have a USB charger. So this is a US plug, but we also provide you with a EU or UK plug. You can just contact us when you check out, okay? Then we have a USB cable, so USB, micro USB, this is it, that's what we got. And last but not least, we have a little pocket. So inside we have here, this is again kind of a user guide in Chinese, the same in here, but this is part of the warranty conditions and all the different centers. So everything will be in Chinese, unfortunately, but as I told you just before, if you have any troubles, just contact us and we'll get through it, no problem at all. So this is it for the box itself, and now let's have a look at the smartphone. So this is the Nubia Z7 Mini. So we have to say that first, we have the Nubia Z7 Max, Z7 and Z7 Mini. So they almost have all the same specifications, but in some way it's a bit different. So what does have this one? So basically this is a 5-inch IPS screen, Full HD, and featuring, so the most importantly, so 2 cameras, 5 megapixels and 30 megapixels. So let's have a look in details. So here we see on the front we have the 5 megapixels camera, the speaker here, and the sensors. And on the bottom, we can't see it clearly, but here this is a home button. And when the phone is turned on, we have like 2 red lights for the back button and the settings touch button. So on the side here, on the left side, we have nothing. On the right side here, we have the volume button and the power button. On the top, we have the 3.5mm jack. On the bottom, so we can take that off just to protect. On the bottom we have the USB and the microphone, and on the back here we have the speaker and the 13 megapixels camera, which is very special, and we will know why. So this is OIS, so the same camera, basically almost like the LG G3, which is a new flagship from LG. And here we have the flash, so everything with autofocus, and the other microphone here. So we can actually just open the back and see what's going on inside. So if we just take it off, so what's going on here? So here we see that the battery is actually non-removable. So this is a 2300 mAh battery, so which will last for more than a day for sure. Here we have 2 SIM cards and 1 micro SD card. So one SIM card is actually 4G, so all frequencies B1, B3, B7. So this is like 2100, 1800, and 2000. And then we have the micro SD card, so up to 64 gigabytes. So it will allow you to stock a lot of data on this smartphone. So basically you can see here the architecture of the phone, otherwise the speaker in here. So if we put back, so this is actually a plastic back cover. You can check here. This is what you get. So this is 2 GB plus 16 GB. Then for the overall design, we see that this is like a bit bound, so the design is actually pretty nice. You can see the edges are rounded actually to make it more smooth, and it's a very smooth plastic and not glossy at all, matte. So this is it basically for the design of the phone, and now let's get started to see what's going on. And while it's starting, basically what I want to say is about the dimensions and the weight. So this smartphone is actually 143 grams, and the dimension of the following. So we have 140.9 millimeters by 69.3 millimeters by 8.2 millimeters thickness. So as you can see here, now this is a nice boot animation, very fancy. And here we go, right? So this is what I was talking about before, the 2 red little points here for the back and the settings. And this is what we get, so we just swipe it. Decrease the light like that, we can focus on the screen better than the design now. So this is basically what we will get. So this is Android 4.4. And now let's have a look right away at the settings. So here when you swipe down, you have actually the access to the brightness. So here you can see that everything is set up to the maximum for this review. You have access to the Wi-Fi, the data, Bluetooth, capture, airplane. What else? To clear the memory, the mute mode, rotation, so auto rotation, synchronization, the GPS, screen projector to project on the television. One hand if you want to activate like better settings. If you're just using your one hand only, sleep, lock screen if you want to split the screen, and to sort everything in the order you want. So this is a quick access, quick toggles, and let's have a look at the settings now. So basically the Wi-Fi first, Bluetooth and more. So how about more? We have here the airplane mode, data usage, mobile network, VPN, portable Wi-Fi hotspot if you want to consider using your smartphone as a hotspot for Wi-Fi. Display, what do we got here? So we can set up the wallpaper, the notification panel. So what is going on here? You see the lock screen, notification apps, auto rotation, the screen timeouts, the brightness. So here set up to the maximum, as I just said before. The screen display preferences. So here we see that you can have glow, standard, or soft. So let's put in glow for example. And the breathe lights. So here you see that breathe lights on when charging, battery low, even miss. So you can set up, customize quite a bit this smartphone. So the font size and the screen projection, if you want actually to display on television, as they say here. So you can connect to devices with Wi-Fi display function and transport graphics and sound from mobile phone after connection. Okay, so then we have the sound, so you can set up your ringtone, volume, you can set up whatever you want. DTS, so here you can actually have nice settings, so you should to customize the bass and the trebles. So here we see that actually depending on what you're doing, so movies, music or podcast, effect profile, so you can set up your own volume enhance. This is very nice. So keytones, touch sound, so you can as usual set up whatever you want. Security and location, this is all about the GPS and the security. Accounts, so we see here we have the Google, so of course you can put your Google account on it. The features, so what's going on in here? So actually the profile, so you can see you can have access to different quick profiles. So if we go on one-handed, so you see here the display size, so you can even set up your own display size, so we can put large or not. And blacklist settings, so if you want to block some apps, the power saver mode, the sleep mode, the pocket mode. Let's have a look quickly. You see, just to prevent some misuse if you really want to or not. So if we go back the screen division, so here you see that you can actually split your screen in two parts to see two applications at the same time. It's kind of the same like multi-windows, but slightly different. Okay, so you can actually do that. if you really like to see different things at the same time. Touch gestures, here we can just enable it. So we can see double click to light up, palm screen lock, free screenshots, tri-finger screenshot, tri-finger, switch app, view notifications. So slide your finger down from any place of the desktop to view notification, double click to light up the screen. So you can have access to quite a bunch of things, and the smart sensing, for example, here. So we can just activate. So motion sensing dial. So put the phone to your ears to auto dial the contacts. So a lot of very smart functions which can help some people just to entertain yourself a bit more and to have quick access to different stuff. So basically this was for the special features on this smartphone. Otherwise, how about the languages? So here we got like a lot of different languages, so feel free to check your own. The list is very long, no problem at all. Alright. So then the battery, I already said this is a 2300 mAh battery. Application manager about the device. Here we see that we can even check the storage. So I said this is a 16 gigabytes smartphone. So here we see that you have actually 7 gigabytes and 9.5. So this is like total 16 gigabyte SD card up to 64 gigabytes. Android 4.4.2. So we see that this is no joke. It's really Android 4.4.2. Okay, so then you can even have information about the boot. You can check, and you can have access to different pictures, which is quite fancy. More settings. So this is the last setting. So backup and reset, accessibility and printing, which is like not that important, and every Android has it now. So what else do we have? If we have a look at the menu itself, so the tools. Right away we have the flashlight, the sound recorder, calculator, FM radio. We have the gallery too, of course. Music player, calendar, time manager is only actually the clock, to be honest. That's it. The settings, so the camera, the theme manager. So this is like Xiaomi, for example. You can have access to a lot of different themes and customize your smartphone as you want. Accessories. So we have the screen projector and like the Miracast, as I said, the media share, for example. The backup video, notepad, my file, easy mode if you want. The profile, emails, and what else? Here we have the Twitter, Chrome, Google Keep actually, for the notes, calendar, super user, news and weather, Google, Gmail, and the Play Store. So you will be able to download all your favorite applications without any trouble at all. So basically this is it for the overall aspect of this phone, and now let's talk a bit more about the specifications themselves. So for that we have the benchmark. So this is AnTuTu benchmark. So for that we have AnTuTu benchmark. So for the people who don't know, AnTuTu allows you to test the performances of your smartphone and to get a score out of it. So here we already did it for you. So we got a score of 32,083, which is a very good score for a smartphone nowadays, for sure. So let's try to understand what is going on. So here we see that this is a Nubia .7 mini, of course. So Android 4.4.2, we already saw it before. Qualcomm Snapdragon 801, clocked at 2.3 gigahertz. Adreno 330 for the graphic processor, resolution so of 1920 by 1080, 30 megapixels on the back. We have root access, but we'll check it later. 2 gigabytes of RAM and 16 gigabytes of ROM. Also we have it's a quad-core processor clocked at actually 2.3 and not just 2. So then we have Adreno 330 as we said before. This is the 5 inches Full HD, and we have 5 megapixels on the front and 30 megapixels on the back. And here we see, so this is the sensor, is a special sensor. This is the Exmor RS CMOS with an aperture of 2.0, and you can even record in HD. We will check it later. We took some pictures and this is amazing. So 143 grams. So GPS, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, no NFC on it, and a lot of sensors except the temperature, pressure, ambient temperature, and relative humidity. So that's it basically for the specifications. So we can check now the root access. So what's going on here? We can just check, verify the root, and here we see that. Oh, sorry. Congratulations, this device has root access. So basically, if you want to change the Android version of this phone, you will have no problem because it's already rooted. So basically, then if we test the multi-touch, so we can just drop the phone on the table here, put all fingers, and this is a 5-touch capacitive screen. Also, I think one of the most important tests as well is to check actually the GPS now. So let's try it. So we see we have access right away at the satellites, and so it's a very fast GPS. I'm inside of the house, and the accuracy is extremely good. So inside we already have 16 feet inside of the house, 13 feet. So we see between 13 and 16 feet accuracy inside of the house, and right away when we launch it, I didn't launch it before. So we can obviously say that this GPS on the Nubia Z7 Mini is very good. So now before ending up on the cameras, I want to show you a video on the sound just to check it out. So for that we can actually go into the file manager. Like that, we can have a look at how it is as well, so you can see. So you have a quick access to some stuff. So it looks like a bit like Lenovo for the people who already have one before. So here we click on phone storage, and you have actually download, so we can have a look. So here we have this GoPro video, so we can turn the sound app. Okay, and now we can see. So we can see that actually the colors are actually very nice. So don't forget that we have here a 5-inch screen, which is Full HD, and a resolution of 1920 by 1080. Okay, this is what we got. So the sound here, don't forget that we can actually change the settings. So for example, we could do that quickly. So here we have here bits. So if we go back right away, we could go to the settings and go to the sounds, for example, and we can go to DTS and put movies. Sorry, we had to enable it. So now we can just go back to the movie. And you see, this is totally different. The sound is much more powerful, much more bass, and a lot of details. So watching movies or different other videos will be a great experience on this smartphone, because you can customize the sound, which is very nice. So you can see this is quite powerful for just a single speaker. So that was just to show you what was going on. So so here we go basically. So otherwise, now let's have a look right away at the gaming performances on this smartphone. So for that, we have been downloading Asphalt 8, which is one of the latest games available on the Play Store. This usually requires quite a lot of resources. So let's see what's going on. So just a quick guess on the go, we shouldn't have any problem. Why? Just because we have the latest GPU from Adreno, so the Adreno 330, and we have a Snapdragon 801 clock at 2.3 GHz, so it shouldn't be any trouble to play the latest games available on the Play Store for sure. So let's check it out. So we can see that obviously this is very smooth. No problem. So that was just to show you that you can see that no problem at all to play the latest games. It's very smooth and the experience will be great. Alright, so let's go back. So you can see that the gaming experience is very nice on this smartphone. The sound is pretty cool as you can customize it. Now let's have a look at the camera itself. So we said before this is a bit special. So let's first see how it is when you want to take some pictures in order to better understand what is going on. So the camera is actually here. So here we can see that we have actually first 3 different modes. So the mode auto, the mode pro, and the mode fun. So the mode auto is obviously automatic, and pro, what is professional? So here we can see that actually we can make the focus bar on, manual focus. Then we have access to a lot of different settings. So the picture size, the white balance, the ISO, exposure, night, filter, grid, continuous capture, timer shots, speed camera, HDR, manual focus. Here you can see the gradienter, face detection. So you have a lot of different settings. So you will be able to enjoy really a lot on this smartphone. So you have access to a lot of different features. So otherwise, if we go for example on fun, here we see that right away we have access to actually a lot of different settings. So if we take like for example this one, so we see that galaxy photoing allows you to show the Milky Way. So we have actually access to so many features that this is quite impressive actually, to be honest. So you see, you even have a lot of advice. So for example, if we click on here, so you see course of study. So you have access, so here is all in Chinese unfortunately, but you have access to actually a lot of course, so to teach you how to use it. But it's not that complicated, so if you make some experiments, you will be able to enjoy quite easily. So for the mode auto, which is the mode that the people will mostly use, so you can see here you have less settings, but you still have HDR, shutter sound, DOF detection, and the speed camera. So then you have access actually to the flash mode too, and the course study. And here we have actually, so you can see that you can take a lot of pictures in a very short time, and you can so put the front camera as well. So that was basically to show you what was going on for the quick settings. And now let's have a look actually at the gallery, just to show you some quick pictures we took on the go before. So we can go to camera here and let's check it out. So this, you can see this flower for example, the details are very nice and the colors are actually well represented. It was really like that. So we can see some different, and you see that the details are actually very marvelous. You can zoom on it very easily, like the same. So we can have access to a different level with this camera. So this is the Sony Exmor CMOS, a very special sensor, the same like the LG G3, which is a new flagship from LG, and you can have access to a lot of different pictures. You can see that so here it was like, you see you can take like a lot of pictures in a very short time. It's just you keep pressing and it's going very fast basically. So this is it basically for the Nubia Z7 Mini. So let's make a quick summary about it. So we have here a 5 inches IPS screen, resolution Full HD, a resolution of 1920 by 1080, Snapdragon 801 clock at 2.3 GHz quad core, Adreno 330 for the GPU, we have 2 GB of RAM, 16 GB of ROM, up to 64 GB for the SD card, Android 4.4.2, so the latest Android. We have access to the 4G FDD LTE on it, 5 megapixels on the front for the camera, 13 megapixels OIS sensor, the same like the LG G3 on the back, with a lot of different settings as you can see before, and the battery is 2300 mAh. So this is what you will get with a Nubia Z7 Mini for a great price for a very great smartphone, and that's it basically. So if you have any question, feel free to leave a comment below this video and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you feel like purchasing this smartphone, just visit our website at www.minideal.net, and until then, I hope you enjoyed and see you later for the next one, and bye bye!